customers and using social media as a means of educating. And he talked about how they're using LinkedIn and they've created a widget that you can actually have on your LinkedIn profile that will talk to you about either new products or new announcements or whatever. And I'm just curious, it seems like social media seems to be limited almost exclusively to Twitter and Facebook, and it seems like educating and well, that educating consumers about your products and offerings is almost secondary. And I'd just be curious to get any comments on how you're trying to educate consumers, as the guy from Brooks Brothers was talking about. And I could think at Walgreens maybe that would be maybe a big thing for you, I'm imagining.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got great opportunity. I didn't mention all the things that we've been dabbling in, but we're still very much learning and dabbling. But there's a lot of websites out there for various health conditions and a lot of niche but very important communities that we've participated in and from time to time, like diabetes. Miguel Almeida presented this morning about a lot of the topics where we play. So there are a lot of other communities besides Facebook, Twitter that are smaller but really important as well. So, but yeah, we're still learning. I'll have to talk to Brooks Brothers about their ideas, see if I can repurpose that.
Hi, how you doing? There's so many different places that you can put your digital dollar now and have so many different focuses. I'm curious how you guys are defining success with your social media campaigns at a general level to justify a continued investment, whether that be just in your time or actually in your dollars as well.
For us, we look at, there's stuff you can definitely track, the sales that may come through there. You can probably track engagement, go in there and see how many comments you're getting and whatnot. And there's stuff that you can't track. And that's the stuff you're already spending money on. You may have we're paying for billboards, paying for TV commercials, paying for other branding activities that we have no metrics on. So we kind of view a lot of the stuff in social media, a lot of these mediums, as a brand play. And it just so happens that you can also track those a little bit, as far as seeing how many fans you have. And being able to touch them whenever they pull up their phone to check their Twitter account, your logo is going to be there. So for us, it's really about a brand play, knowing that until we get 1 million fans, if that day ever comes, we're never going to see that true ROI flow through a tracked link.
I'd love to get, can I just make a quick comment? So we were talking over, and I think I shared some of the metrics we look at, but to give you an example of something we did recently, we have pocket video cameras, and the Boston Globe had written an article saying, phenomenal product, but where'd you get that name? I mean, a ridiculous name. So we decided our next generation of pocket video camera, we'd leave it up to consumers what they thought we should name it. So we did a Twitter contest, got thousands and thousands of entries, and our new product announced at CES called the PlaySport was named by consumers. And we've seen massive, it's not in the market yet, but we've seen massive pre-orders for it. But the type of engagement you get from something like that, yes, we hope that we'll quantify it through those sales and those pre-orders, but that's a type of buzz that you don't get through a lot of other mediums. So it is hard. Again, a lot of the execs are like, let me see the hard, cold sales figures, but there's so many other engagement and huge benefits you get that it's really, one other thing to mention, it's funny, at our company, it's no longer, or it never has been, frankly, the social media folks trying to push it into campaigns. It's the campaigns coming to the social media folks and saying, can you write about this in your blog? How can we utilize it? Because they really are seeing the impact of it. So.
Yeah, I think I just want to add one thing. It's you can't. I think if companies look at social media as sort of independent of their site, where it's just Facebook, Twitter, and I'm trying to get traffic on that, or I'm trying to create a presence there, you probably are going down this route where you can't really measure anything. It's probably a brand exercise. But fundamentally, if you look at social media as an infrastructure and say, look, I had my website which was one-dimensional, where I would just promote my products, I get traffic, and I'm measuring that, versus now my website, which is my primary way of communicating with my customers, and any other property of mine has this social component built where it's a two-way conversation, then it's a lot more measurable, because a lot of things we are doing with our customers, as an example, we have an appliance vendor whose conversion rates on his website is 1.5%, but when people ask questions, it's 17%. And so there's a huge increase because those customers are much higher likely to buy, And when you engage with them at the right time, these are simply tools. I think, again, social media is not Facebook. These are the property of social media on your website is a lot more important.
I was going to add one of the best things that we posted. One of the most liked posts we had was some content that we just found on YouTube with some guitar player who talked about, he wrote this catchy little tune about Walgreens and how much, he was getting ready for a date and he went there to buy everything he needed and the flowers and the chocolate and all this stuff, and it was really well received, and it didn't cost us anything, but it was there and we found it. We have also used agencies to and to help us build content, but there's a lot you can do for free, and if you can prove a business case that way, it doesn't even have to be about your company, but something relevant. It'll help prove your ROI.
Okay, we are officially out of time. Thank you very much. First of all, thanks to the audience for attending, and thanks for the panel. I much appreciate it.